Good evening to you. Today the time has just flown, really just flown. I don't even know where it went. I had a lovely, done 5.5K walk this afternoon. It was so nice and warm out there, like really, really warm. But it had a bit of a chilly wind, but it was very warm. It was really, really nice. I hope the good weather holds out for next few days, and we can have some more walks. I need to get into shape. I'm so unfit. We walked quite fast, I have to say, but it has been a beautiful beautiful afternoon. Right, okay, so I'm gonna get started, and I'm gonna turn you down on the mat, and we're gonna get going with this beautiful purple cabochons again. I have got a couple of other ideas, but I want to kind of try out tonight. So we're gonna do another good session on this one. So I'm gonna turn you down onto my mat, and then good evening, Amelia. And I am. Are we zoomed in? So it doesn't really matter what color we're gonna use, but what I would like to do. So I made this bracelet. I want to try the tester theory, and I think it will work for these ones out. These ones are also bigger, so I think I'm going to go up in size with the pearls. But I made this bracelet quite some time ago. We did it in the Bead Club as well, sometime last year. It's last year design, but I think the parpuka, these parpuka cabochons would be perfect to make something like this. I have to fess up and I have to say sorry. I haven't had time to redo the ring this week. It's just been crazy, and I completely forgot about it. I only remembered like 4 o'clock this afternoon, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna have time to do that now. But we're gonna play with these beauties. Let's play with this color. We not normally play with golds, so let's play with this one. I'm gonna choose a 6mm pearl for this. Let me just get a few more out, because I need a few of these if you want to put it on the bracelet. And we are going to, have I got the scissors? Because I've taken my other scissors into the lounge. I was beading there last night with Lucy. We were watching a movie. Scissors, but where is a pair of scissors when you need them? No, never. Oh, there we go. I got one. All good. Never in the right place. So how's everybody been this week? Do let me know in the chat what you've been up to, what you've been doing, what you've been beading, who's been doing what. And if you want to, then I would love you to send me a picture, and I can actually show it off to everybody. That would be brilliant. So let us know what you've been up to and send us a picture. I'm just going to remove my jumper. Send us a picture, and then I can show it off to everybody. So good evening, Shirley, Rachel, Celia's here. Good evening, Mina. I hope you're doing well. And I'm gonna get started. So I'm gonna choose 6mm pearls as my base. I'm not really sure what color. I think we need to go either with sort of a yellowy color or more of like a bronzy coffee color, so it stands out. So when we have these cabochons on the top, that it would stand out for them. What do you think? Let me know in the chat what color of pearls shall we choose. And quickly I'm going to grab some seed beads as well. And we're going to sort, well, I think we're going to need 11s and 15s for this, because the very top ones, or maybe just use 15s. The other ones only got 15s, because you want them like kind of small on the top. You want to show off as much of the cabochon as we can, but if you're going to use... No, I'm going to stick with 11s, and then we can have a go at... doing another section and 15s, and then we're going to see the difference as well. Oh, Lucy's here, and Rachel. Good evening, Lucy. Good evening, Rachel. Lucy, if you wouldn't mind, would you share the links onto the Totally page? Maybe this is too dark. I just didn't have time. I was fluffing about so much this evening that I realized it probably about 10 minutes to 7 that it is a 10 minutes to 7. It was so nice. I was sitting outside on the veranda. That is 10 minutes to 7, so I had to very quickly. I think that color would be nice underneath it, that sort of beige color. Good evening, Teresa. Hope you are okay. We're going to do it with this one. So crystal, we're going to put crystal in, but we don't need a crystal until later on, I guess. I'll show you the on as we go along. I'll grab some crystals as well quickly, because we could actually put the crystals on as we go along. So if our pearls are a little bit lighter, then I tend to go with a little bit darker crystals. So how about, oh no, that's not the right color. We need something more warmer. That's too much, not too much of a cold color. So we could use that one. Or what else have I got in here? We could use a proper gold as well. I think a proper gold would look nicer. But in that case, if you're going to use the proper gold as a crystal, this is the thing. Once you get, then you get the crystal out, then the pearls looks like a little bit too sort of not bright enough for it. So then I'm going to go back to this color. And can you see how much the whole of the project is kind of lifting? And I think we need quite, either need darker seed beads, or we need like quite nice and creamy ones for this one. If you go with nice and creamy one, it's probably going to be like more like a summer make. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. So I think that's a nice creamy color seed beads, and they're gonna show up the cabochon as well, because you do have all those colors in the cabochon itself. Good evening, Cherry. Oh, this is saying already shared. Brilliant. Thank you so much. Right. Okay. So I'm gonna grab thread as well. We're gonna need probably like a cream color thread would be the best to go with everything. And I'm gonna grab a needle. What do I do with my size 11 needles? I got a size 10 here, but this will have to do tonight. I'm forever looking for a needle. I think I need like a magnetic case, and I need it somewhere. Somewhere like just there, like maybe on the monitor, on the front of the monitor. That's where I need it, so I never lose it. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna cut these pearls off so I can get to them. And we're gonna sew 8 together as a start. I'm going to do each unit as I go along, and then we move on to the next unit rather than do a base and then come back to the top. So I'm going to need 8 pearls. I'm going to go ahead and pick up 8 pearls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. And I was in the warehouse on Thursday and Friday, so I am sorting out bits for next week. So hopefully on Monday they will put it on the website for us so we can bead along together. Good evening, Debbie. I hope you had a beautiful week. So let's have a look. 2, 4, 6, 8. If I put this on the top of it, I think that might be the nice and correct size for it. So it's not gonna leave it to fall underneath it, but it will be just there to support it, but you can see the pearls just about. So I'm going to go around the pearls one more time so I get them nice and secure. I could knot it together, but I'm not going to knot it together just in case the knot would go into the hole of the bead and then I wouldn't be able to knot it again. So I'm just going to run around. I'm going to come past my tail, pull it tight, and go into the very, maybe 2, 4 beads. I'm going to go into the first 4 beads again, so I'm away from my tail. And I'm going to pull it nice and tight. So now what we need to do, so if you're going to look at this as units, we've got 2 units here, we've got 2 units on the other side, and we've got 2 units on the top and 2 units on the bottom, and we're going to loop seed beads over this. So I'm going to pick up, I reckon we're going to need about 8 seed beads, I reckon. But it's only like when you're working something like this out, you always have to try the number and then go back and adjust it. So I'm going to start with 8 seed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to slide these down. I'm just going to approximately look at it, that if I do a loop like this, where the loop, no, I think the 8 is going to be slightly too small, perhaps so, because the first bead we're going to share, so that's going to go right down there, then we have 2 there and 3 there, so 4, 2 there. I reckon we need another one. So I'm going to go in with 9. So I'm going to come through, I'm going to step back, I'm exiting at the top there, and I'm going to step back 2 pearls, just like that. Go through those 2 again, pull this up, and then I'm going to step along into the next 2 pearls. And instead of 9, we picked up 9, I'm going to pick up 8. And we might still need to go back because I think it still might be sitting a little bit too tight, but we'll see it just in a second. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to come through the very last bead on that loop before and go through the 2 pearls I just been through, and then I'm going to turn and go through the next 2 pearls. Just get that tail out of the way, and I'm going to pick up 8 again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, I'm going to borrow this seed bead from the previous loop, go through 2 pearls I've just been through. Good evening, Michelle. And go along the next 2 pearls. So we are creating like a little cage above our beads here. Just like that. Pull this up nice and tight. Now, before I pick up any beads, I want to go through the very first seed bead on my loop, the very first loop I added, and I'm going to pick up 7 this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to go down on the very last bead, and again I'm going to go along the 2 beads at the bottom. And when I pull this up, we're going to have these beads at the top. Now these beads are going to hold our cabochon in, so I'm going to go and place the cabochon in. And what we need to do, we're going to have to come in the very first loop, and we're going to have to pull this loop onto some of the beads onto the cabochon itself. So because we have 7 beads here, we want like sort of an equal distance on both sides. So 7 beads, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. So we've got 7 beads. So I want 2 beads on this side and 2 beads on this side. So I want to pull these 3 towards the middle. So I'm going to go up and I'm going to go through, if I'm counting the one which they are sharing, I'm going to go through 6 beads there. I'm just going to try to hold this so this doesn't fall out on this point. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So I'm going through 6 beads. Now I'm not quite sure how many beads I'm going to need, because I'm going to try to pull this up, creating a smaller circle on the top. I reckon I'm going to need 3 beads. Let's try 3 beads. So I'm going to pick up 3 seed beads, and then I'm going to go through the middle 3 beads of the next loop. So I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, go to these 3 and pull this up nice and tight. Then I'm going to move along and I'm going to pick up 3 again. 1, 2, 3. Again, I'm going to count 1, 2, 3 on the next loop and go through the next 3, 1. Hi Sharon, nice to see you here. Mina is here. Good evening, my lovely. And again, I'm going to pick up 3 beads. 1, 2, 3. And jump 1, 2, 3 and go through these 3 here and just try to pull it nice and tight. And finally, I'm going to pick up 3 and go back through the 3 in the middle here. Just like that. And I'm going to pull it up tight, and then we're going to have a look how, I mean, it's not going to come out. It's captured on there. It could be a little bit bigger, the top one. So I like to, let's pull it back. I like to have it a bit further down. So could we have 4 beads? I think if we had 4 beads, that might be too many, but we'll try that just in a sec. I think the side is fine. Absolutely fine. I like the side of it, and it's not too tall, but I think this is not showing enough of the cabochon itself, because if I put cabochon next to it, can you see, like, I want to see as much as I can from the cabochon, but there is like a sweet spot or sweet line on the cabochon that how much you can go out, so then it stays like, you know, nice and secure. But I'm just going to run around this middle, just tighten it up a bit, and then I'm going to pop this to the side. And actually, let's put the crystals at the bottom. Let's put some crystals at the bottom so we know how is it going to look, if they're even going to work. Because I want to put some crystals in the corners. So I'm going to run around. Hopefully not getting a knot. There we go. Am I twisted? What did I do? There we go. We're straight again. And I'm just going to go through these three. Now, if you have got a question, please put a Q in front of your question so I know that's for me. And I do my very best to answer it. Right, I'm going to pop down to where the pearls are. Pop down where the pearls are. Just following any thread path I have. What's going on with this thread? It was behaving. It was behaving. I'm going to pull this up. I'm going to go through 2 pearls. I'm going to grab a crystal. And then just go through. I just want to cover the thread path. What are you doing, camera? What are you doing? There we go. I just want to cover up this thread path in between the pearls there. So I've just picked up a crystal and I'm going to go through the next 2 pearls. Just adding this little crystal here. Then again, picking up another crystal, going through the next 2 pearls. Picking up another crystal and just going around, just adding a little sparkle right at the bottom there. That just adds a little bit to it. You don't need much, you only need a little bit. But equally, actually looking at this, and I might very well grab some 4mm pearls and we try out with the 4mm pearls with crystals in between and see how does that look like, because that might look actually quite nice as well. Because like it's nice, but I think it's a little bit sort of with the 6mm. Can you see like it's just a little bit too, maybe it would be a little bit too chunky on your wrist. So I might try it with 4mm instead of 6mm actually now thinking. But any design process, this is how it goes. You just sit down and you kind of just play with it. I think it works with 6mm and it's nice, but let's try it with 4mm as well, and then we can compare the two. Oh, Mina met Sharon today at a fair. I was gonna grab, it's a very similar color in 4mm. So let's try it in 4mm. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add a crystal in between of the pearls, so we have that sparkle going around, and then we're gonna add the extra crystals on the corner. I just had this idea. So let's try that one out. I'm just gonna go through this and the next 2 pearls, and then I can cut my thread off, because just making a little sample here, and then we see how we'll come together with 4mm. There we go. And usually I keep these little samples, and like, you know, just I can then have got things to compare. So let's try the 4mm so we can make it thinner. We're gonna need 8 beads to start with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we're gonna need some crystals as well. So is this thread long enough? I think it will do us to make one little unit. So I'm gonna pick up 2 pearls And then I'm going to pick up a crystal, then another 2 pearls. Oh, I just pinked the crystal across the room. Another 2 pearls. 1, 2, another crystal. Oh, Lindsay's here. Good evening, lovely. What color seed beads are you using? So the seed beads I'm using is color number 122. It's a real, I can't remember what they're called actually. I can't remember what the name of it. I just know from the color number. It's a very nice color. It's kind of like a lemon chiffon color, like a hint of cream, or maybe it's more not as creamy as, like, it's like buttercream, I guess. But it's a warm color. Right, so I'm gonna go through all of these to form a nice base, and we will see how this lot's going to behave. One, two, three, just going all the way around. There we go. If you got any, did I miss that crystal look right at the beginning? What's happening here? I'm not paying attention. Can I pull down through? Yes, I can. So just take those 2 pearls off, add them on here, and I need a crystal as well. You should have told me I missed the crystal. Just phone me and tell me you missed the crystal. Right, there we go. So we got 2 pearls, crystal, 2 pearls, crystal, 2 pearls, crystal, 2 pearls, and a crystal. So we are all good now. I think the loops are gonna be the same size. I think it's buttermilk. I don't know. You can look it up on the website. So it will be seed bead Toho, seed bead 122. But if you just put 122 in there, it should come up. And if it's buttermilk, then I have kind of guessed the right name. So I'm right by the tail. I'm gonna come through the first 2 pearls, a crystal and 1 pearl, and then I'm gonna pick up 9 seed beads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to jump back a pearl, crystal, pearl, and come through the pearl, crystal, pearl again. This might be too small. This might be the opposite. And then go through the next pearl, crystal, pearl, and pick up 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to go down on the last seed bead along the pearl, crystal, pearl, and along the next pearl, crystal, pearl, and pick up a further 8 seed beads. So we're replicating what we did with the 6 mil pearls, but this instant we are using 4 mil pearls. And if you are just joined us, we're just designing like a cage for our parpuka. Oh, I forgot to go down on the bead. Our parpuka. I'm gonna take a sip of my drink. I was just thinking about that when I'm gonna have a sip of my drink. I feel so thirsty today. I think because we went on that really long walk. Well, for me it's really long. Maybe for some people it's not, but for me it's really long. Since we came back, I'm just feeling really rather thirsty. Gonna go down through the seed beads of the last loop and then into our pearls, and finally we're gonna go along our last section. Let's get that tail out of the way, and I'm gonna come up the very first bead of the very first loop. we're going to pick up 7 seed beads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to go down on the very last seed bead and along the pearls. Right, let's have a look. Now, if I add this in, can you see the difference? That we can't really see the pearls just yet. And we're going to pull these loops up and we see how we look. But already, it's like more petite. I like it a bit. I like it a bit better. So I'm going to come in again. I need to come in the first 6 bead of the loop. It doesn't matter which way you're going to travel. And let's pick up 4. Ooh. Can we add a crystal to the top? With a crystal, instead of 1 seed bead, look nice up the top as well. I think it would. So instead of picking up, these crystals are slightly bigger than a seed bead, aren't they? Let's have a look. This, not too much. Not too much bigger. So let me just pick up I would pick up a seed bead, crystal seed bead. Or it would be, just grab another needle, 3 seed beads. So would this get any bigger with a crystal? A tiny bit. So I think half a bead width. So I think that will be good, because my 4 seed beads might have been a bit too big. So again, I'm going to go through the middle. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. The middle 3 on my next loop and pull this up nice and tight. Oh, I'm liking this. I'm liking that crystal at the top. So we said we were going to add 4 seed beads, but I think that crystal actually looks really nice there. 1, 2, 3, middle 3 on the next loop of seed beads. What do we think? There must have been an update. Same for me. Shamina, it was great to... Am I missing something? What was the update, Michelle? Do let me know. On YouTube, you mean? There's always updates. I'm liking the crystal there. So seed bead, crystal, seed bead. And going through the middle of the next 3 loops. Again, seed bead, crystal, seed bead, and going through. I'm liking this. The middle of the next loop. You should update an iPad. Oh, maybe. Does that mean you got a notification or you didn't get a notification? Well, I'm going to go through this middle one more time. Now this does pulls our seed beads on the top in a bit less, but I'm just going to put, but because of the crystals, it will give like a bit of an angle, and instead of looking more round, you're going to end up with more of a octagonal shape of beadwork at the top. I wonder if when we pick up the loops, the seed beads, if we should have a crystal in the middle here as well. How would that look? We could try that as well. So this is one thing. You try one thing and then it leads to another thing and leads to another thing. And then all sorts of... And you just keep beading and beading and beading and you don't even know it, but the whole evening is gone. Right, I'm going to weave down to the bottom. What do we think? So, crystal or no crystal? This one is pulled together a bit more. On the side from is quite secure, but can you see how much difference is there? If I put them right next to each other, this one is much taller, much more cumbersome than with the 4 mils. Which one do we like better? Let me know in the chat. Do we like 4 mil pearls or the 6 mil pearl version better? I think we need to improve the top a little bit more. I would like to see it a little bit more kind of like equal with the crystals, but we can try all sorts of different things. So do let me know, what do you think? Do you like the 6mm pearls, or do you like the 4mm pearls underneath it? The 6mm pearl actually would make a nice pendant, and maybe the 4mm pearl would be more as a, we could do like a row of this as a bracelet. Sherry's saying she likes the crystals. So shall we try a unit? And then we have another crystal here. So instead of seeing 4 crystals at the top, we will see 8 crystals. And then we will do it in such a way that the crystals at the bottom is gonna be in the corner already. Will that work? No, because we need the space there, so we can't move. Can we not? Can we not do it over the 2 pearls? And then could try and have the crystals. We have 8 crystals at the top, and these crystals at the bottom would be at the corner. We could try that as well. So I'm gonna grab a new thread because there's not enough left on this one. But I think that, but then equally we could go back and add a crystal in the corner right now to add more and more into it. So shall we try? Shall we try it with 8 crystals, or shall we try it with no crystals? That's the next question. Sharon is saying 4mm, 4mm, and love the crystal. I like the crystal. Lucy is saying, Mina is saying, Kitti, you should see how many flat spiral bracelets Sharon has made. So many colors. Oh, Sharon, you're going to have to send me a picture. You know that now. You're going to have to send me a picture. Let me just actually open Messenger. I'm not even sure if it's open. And then you can, if you send me a picture, I will bring in and show it to everybody. Tracy is saying, I like the crystals, but what about 15s on the top with 4mm pearls? Yeah, we tried that in a minute as well. I think 11s, you can work quicker with the 11s. So if we add a crystal in here, that will make our loop at the top just one size bigger. So I'm going to try that one first, and then we can, of course, we can try with 15s as well. So I'm just going to grab more thread. We're going to try it again, and this time we're going to try it with a crystal in the middle of the loop. But when you design anything, it goes like this. You do one thing, and then what about if I add a bead here, or if I take a bead away over there? Always going like that. So we're sticking with the 4mm pearls, and we're sticking with the crystals. We're just adding, that's 8. We're adding an extra crystal in our seed bead loops as well. And then we're going to see what happens there. So I'm going to go ahead, pick up 2 pearls, and then I'm going to pick up a crystal, another 2 pearls, another crystal, and please, please, please remind me we need a crystal at the end. Another 2 pearls. Oh, come on. Where is the hole on you? And another crystal, and another 2 pearls, and another crystal. I won't forget it this time. Right, I'm going to go through of them to bind them together. There we go. Just like that. I'm going to go through all of it. And then the first 2 pearls, crystal, and 1 pearl. So in position to add our loop. Now, this time we are going to, instead of picking up the 9 seed beads, and actually it will be really easier to identify it when we are in the middle. Instead of picking up the 9 seed beads, we are going to pick up 4 seed beads. We're going to pick up a crystal and another 4 seed beads. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to go through, I'm going to step back, so I'm exiting at the top, stepping back a pearl, crystal, pearl, and going through those beads again to form my loop. Then I'm going to turn and go ahead, go to the next pearl, crystal, pearl. I'm going to pick up 4 seed beads, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to pick up a crystal and another 1, 2, oh, I got another idea. 3 seed beads. And I'm going to come down in the seed bead on the last loop along the pearls, doing the same thing. I got another idea. So 1, 2, 3, 4 seed beads. Oh, sorry, no seed beads yet. I'm getting excited about my idea and I forgot to go through the beads to be in position to add them. So 4 seed beads, crystal, 1, 2, 3 seed beads, going down on the last one on the last loop and along at the bottom. There we go. And then I'm going to come pearl, crystal, pearl, and up the first seed bead. I'm going to pick up 3 seed beads, a crystal, and another 3 seed beads. I'm going to go down on the last loop along my pearl, crystal, pearl again, and up into this loop. And I want to come out the seed bead right after the crystal. So this one will make it really easy to identify where we have to come out. Now, my idea is, instead of picking up a seed bead, crystal, seed bead, which then would give us the crystal in the middle, how about if you pick up a crystal, seed bead, crystal, and then if we go through the next seed bead, crystal, seed bead on this row, then it will give us a pattern once we pull the whole thing together, that it will be a crystal, seed bead, crystal, seed bead, crystal, seed bead going all the way around. I'm just going to pop this in, and then I'm going to turn this, and I'm going to pick up another crystal, seed bead, crystal, going into the seed bead, crystal, seed bead on the next loop, turning it again. Just stay in there for a sec. Crystal, seed bead, crystal, going through the next. I need to pick it up. Seed bead, crystal, seed bead, pulling it nice and tight. And finally, picking up crystal, seed bead, crystal, and coming through the seed bead, crystal, seed bead there. So let's have a look. This is going to give us, it's going to give us a nice pattern, isn't it? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to run around here. I don't know if this is going to be big enough. We have to see just in a sec. We need to pull this tighter because I do feel by adding those crystals in, it might be a little bit too big. So we might need to find a way to make this smaller. Because I can see that there is kind of like a gap. So it might made it too big. Yeah, I think it's too big. Can you see? It's like you can see a gap. So this is not gonna, too many crystals. Too many crystals. So we either go down in size, or how we can do a cheat somewhere. Now, how we can pull it together. It's too big. It's not gonna work. And I think this, can I get it out though? Yeah, it will pop out. I mean, I can pull it tighter. Not easily, but I think it will pop out. Diane is here. Hello from Connecticut. Very good evening. Well, good afternoon to you, probably. We just like trying to create like little cages for our beautiful parpuka cabochons. Just going through the next few beads and pulling it really tight. I mean, it has tightened it up, but I don't think it's tight enough. I just think it's a little bit too loose for my liking. So let's just see if we can pop. Yeah, we can pop it out. So this is not good. It's too big. So we need to reduce The circle, we went too big now. We need to reduce it. So I'm going to pop this to the side. I'm not going to take it apart because remember, I want these little samples to be able to see later on which one kind of like we like the look of it. So I'm just going to cut the thread off and starting again. So we need to reduce. Either shall we do, I don't know if we should do 15s. If we did 15s, probably it would be the right, because it will be just a little bit smaller. But then again, we might end up like it will be too small again. So Minnie is asking what size of cabochon do you use? So this is the Parpuka, and they are 14 millimeter in size. So they are, and this color is called opaque beige spotted. So this is too big. So we had the first one with the 6mm pearls, which we then said they are a little bit too big. It would be a beautiful pendant, but I think we need to do something with the middle. They either need to be different color seed beads, or there is something just not quite, something need to be like sort of jazzed up a little bit about it, like maybe a bit more sparkle. Then we did it with a 4mm with crystals on the corner, which I think kind of look cute. And then we like, let's experiment and add more crystals in it, but in this way there is too many crystals and the circumference is too big, so we need to reduce a bit. Now we can either take a seed bead away somewhere, but if you're taking a seed bead away, bear in mind we're going to have to take 4 seed beads away, or we just have one crystal there. So we're going to have crystal, 2 seed beads, crystal, 2 seed beads, crystal, 2 seed beads. Let's try that. And then if that's still too big, then we're probably going to have to either go down in size with the seed beads, or just take the crystals out and have like only just the 4 on the top. Right, so back to the beginning, picking up 2 pearls. I mean, he's saying she loves the cabochon. Isn't it pretty? It's and each one of them will be different because how they're painting them, the paint will get on them very differently. So each one of the little cabochons will have very similar colorings, but they each going to be a tiny bit different as well. I have sent picture, hopefully, to the right messenger. Oh, wow. Yes, you did. So can I just grab this out of here? Let me just save this so I can bring it out and show it to everybody. There we go. Downloads. Bring this out here. And I'm going to show Sharon has done so many flat spirals. Look at that. And I'm going to need to zoom out. Look how many flat spirals has she done. Well done, Sharon. They look absolutely amazing. I love flat spiral stitch, one of the easiest one. And we did a it's out of stock actually, but we did a Jewellery flat spiral last week, and but these are really, really amazing as well. Like you could use all sorts of different beads. I just love playing with all the different colors as well, and you kind of like cannot stop yourself, can you? So thank you so much for the picture, Sharon. I really, really appreciate it. Anybody else, if would like to send the picture, please do, and then I can show it off to everybody. Right, 2 pearls, crystal, 2 pearls, another crystal, another 2 pearls, another crystal, another 2 pearls, and finally a crystal on its own. Oh, Shirley's saying lovely, love all the colors. Mina is saying they look gorgeous. Lucy's saying, right, I'm going to come through all of them. And these 2. And these. and coming past my tail. Just keep going around so I get a nice strong base. So I'm going to go through that pearl, crystal, pearl, and I'm going to start adding my little cages. I need a few more seed beads. I'll just get these out of the way. Oh, Sharon said she had the kit, she just haven't got around to do them. So she have done them. So I'm going to pick up 1, 2, 3, 4 seed beads, a crystal. We need a few more crystals as well, and another 4 seed beads. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to step back the pearl, crystal, pearl, and just come through the pearl, crystal, pearl again, and going through the next pearl, crystal, pearl, and I'm going to pick up 4 seed beads, a crystal, and another 3 seed beads. 1, 2, 3, because I'm borrowing the 4th one will be joined with the loop before. So I'm going to go down through that, then along the pearl, crystal, pearl, and along the next pearl, crystal, pearl. Again, I'm going to pick up 4 seed beads. 1, 2, 3, 4, a crystal, and 3 seed beads. 1, 2, 3. Gonna go down on that loop along the pearl, crystal, pearl, and then finally along the next pearl, crystal, pearl. I'm gonna come up the very first seed bead, pick up 3 seed beads, a crystal, and another 3 seed beads, then go down the seed bead on the last loop, and then I'm gonna come in and go until I get past, until I'm coming out of the seed bead right after the crystal, and I'm gonna pick up a seed bead, crystal, seed bead, and I'm gonna go through the seed bead, crystal, seed bead on the next loop. 1, 2, 3, and I'm gonna repeat this, make sure that sort of goes to the inner side. A seed bead, crystal, seed bead, again going through the seed bead, crystal, seed bead on the next one, pulling it nice and tight, get the tail out of the way, picking up a seed bead, crystal, seed bead, and coming through the seed bead, crystal, seed bead on the next loop. Now before I do the last one, I'm going to pick up the seed bead, crystal, seed bead, but I'm going to pop the cabochon in there. So we don't want to close the cage up without the cabochon. I'm going to pop this cabochon in here, and then just going through this very last one, seed bead, crystal, seed bead, and pulling it nice and tight. And on my opinion, like I'm looking at it like here, I think it's the perfect size. It is really the perfect size, so we're all good. So we were gonna do this, and I changed it to my idea to put more crystals in it, but it wasn't good. So sometimes you don't need sometimes don't listen to the ideas, just go with the plan. Don't change it midway like I did. It is kind of like the perfect size. And let me just run through it again to tightening it all up, because I can feel that it's not too tight. The loops are not too tight on the cabochon itself, but it's not loose at all. It's just kind of right. It's just kind of right. It was my favorite one. Lucy's saying, are you referring to the flat spirals, lovey? There we go. I think I am happy with that one. So I'm going to weave my thread down to the bottom. I think we should add the crystals. Shall we add, maybe the corners don't know. I don't know. Shall we add crystals to the corners or shall we just leave it? I'm not quite sure. Well, I'm going to go through, it doesn't really matter which way, the pearl, crystal, pearl. And I'm going to pick up, we can add the next section, so they join together actually. But I haven't got enough thread for that one, but I think that is kind of like the perfect size. So if I bring them in again, so we did it with 6mm first, and I think it's nice for a pendant, but it's kind of big and chunky, missing the crystals at the top. And then we did one, this was the second one we did, no, this was the second one we did, adding just 4 crystals in, and it's just kind of like wasn't enough. Then we went all over the top and added loads of crystals in, just like that. And then we did this one, which I think, like visually, as well as how it feels in my hand, is the perfect size for it, to cover them all up. And now we just like kind of need to go on and make more and more units. So let me just bring in, so we have got a whole bracelet going all the way around. I think that would look really good. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and I am going to, have I got, I've probably just got enough thread to do another unit. So I'm going to pick up a crystal, and I need some more pearlies. I'm going to pick up a crystal, I'm going to pick up a pearl, another crystal, another pearl, come on, and another crystal, and I'm going to come through this unit again, just like that. And I'm going to move my thread around, and I want to come out of this pearl right at the bottom. One, just going through the beads, pulling it nice and tight. We might need 2 crystals there so they sit better, but at the time being I'm just going to have 1. Now from here I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pick up a pearl, then a crystal, then need a few more crystals, then 2 more pearls, 1, 2, another crystal, another 2 more pearls, there we go, come on, 1 and then 2. Let me pop my finger on the top of it, so I'm holding it down as I'm going through. Another crystal, oh no, oh, hang on, I'll just take this down and examine it. So 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, we need a crystal, yeah, and 1 pearl, that's what we need. So all together with these ones what we added here, we want to see 8 pearls, and I'm going to go through this pearl, crystal pearl, to pull it up. So we got our base there, and we're going to start again. So I'm just going to go ahead and pick up the seed beads. So I'm going to pick up 4 seed beads, 1, 2, and I'll just how they're going to work side by side. 4 seed bead, 1 crystal, and another 4 seed beads, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to come through this pearl, crystal pearl I just been through, and I'm going to go along the next section to be in position to add the next one. I think this is going to look really nice, and you could make this the middle of a necklace as well. So seed bead, 4 seed beads, 1 crystal, and 3 seed beads, 1, 2, 3, borrowing that seed bead from there and going along, and again another 4 seed beads, a crystal, and 3 seed beads here, and then going along, and finally we're gonna go along and come up that very first loop. I'm gonna pick up 3 seed beads, and the crystal and another 3 seed beads. I'm gonna go down and into that section again. Diane is saying the last one looks the best. I think so too. I'm gonna come in the very first loop, and until I want to come at the seed bead right after the crystal, and I'm going to pick up a seed bead, crystal, seed bead, go into the next seed bead, crystal, seed bead on the next loop, and then another seed bead, crystal, seed bead, and going into this seed bead, crystal, seed bead, and the same again, seed bead, crystal, seed bead, and just going into this one on the next loop. Now I'm going to pop my cabochon in before I add the last one in. So it's seed bead, crystal, seed bead, and just going through the first one, well, on this first loop. Come on, I want to put my needle in between the 2 beads, and then just run around to tighten this inner side up. I already think we need we need more beads in between, just than one crystal. I think it needs to be slightly a little bit more spaced apart. Maybe we could do even with a pearl, not just a crystal. I'm just going to run around and tighten this up, then I can put it down on the mat and we can have a look. There we go. And this one, just the next few. Sometimes you run around even twice just to really tighten it up. Never like pull when you're coming out of the crystal. Never pull against the crystal like that. Always pull with the way how the hole is sitting in the crystal, so you don't rub your thread on the sort of the sides of the hole, because then that could really cut it. There we go. I think I can't, it's getting nice and tight now. So I'm going to go down to the bottom with my thread so we can't see it. And just along those pearlies. Well, actually it doesn't really matter because we're not going to add another section with these threads. So that's our second section done. I think they're sitting too close, so we need to separate them up a bit. Although if you put it on, obviously it's going to be curved. No, maybe not. Look, because when you put it on, it will be curved on your wrist. So maybe they're just sitting. Let me know in the comments, what do you think? Should we have it further apart, or do you think that's or probably it's a personal preference, really, like if you want it further apart? Debbie's saying, I think so. I think also maybe a bar in between before the next circle. And Diane was saying the last one looks best. I think that was for the this one. So where would you put a bar? What sort of bar would you put in? Like just seeing pearls? Because we could have do that. We could just have like 2 pearls in the middle and still with a crystal. So we could like make it, add it in a way. But I think like it's just up to you. You can have them quite close together, but you're going to need quite a few of the cabochons to going all the way around on this one. But I do like it. I think it's a nice, it's much thinner than the pearl itself, with a 6mm pearl. So I think have a little play and have a little think that which one, like you could do all sorts of different versions within the same bracelet as well, just to make a point of difference. Really, you could line them all up. So that is going to be me from tonight. I'm going to try to keep these Sunday night lives for an hour for the next few weeks. I just got so much to sort out with the kids. And hopefully, like, if we go over, I don't mind. But I just need to, like, in the evening it's always tricky, because if I don't finish until later, then Christopher will be still on the computer, and there's still like homework to do and all sorts of things to sort out, which he's saying like, oh, he's done it, but he's actually haven't done it. So I need to, in the evenings, I need to finish at 8 at the moment until the summer holidays. So everybody have a beautiful week. Natalie's going to be with you tomorrow at 10 a.m. I am with you on Wednesday at 10 a.m. on Totally Beads, and Natalie will be on Friday. And then I will be back next Sunday at 7 p.m. Now I got I have got a special kit. Oh no, I think Simon put it on. We have got a special kit for next Sunday, and Sheila is just arrived. Good to see you, Sheila. And Ruth is here. I have found. I have to confess, I have found some beautiful pendants, agate or highlight pendants, which I have bought on one of the buying trips. It wasn't the last one. I think it was maybe 2006 or 2016 or 2017 when we went, and I was hiding them. I was really hiding them pretty much in the office upstairs at work, and because we've been sort of moving things about and clearing this stuff and tidying up, and Simon found the whole bag. So there is only 36 or 37 kits altogether, but I put some turquoise highlight beads with it and some crystals and pearls, and we're going to make something really nice. But it's going to be a necklace, because obviously the pendant itself, we're probably going to do like a little beaded bail with it. So it's not enough, like I think it's either 36 or 37 it's not enough to do it on a Totally Bead live, so I'm going to do that, and I'm not sure if they add it to the website yet, but I check it out. But if not, then everything will be sorted tomorrow and it will be added onto it, so you can buy it. But they are really beautiful pendants, which is my Simon was calling me like, I found your secret stash again. And I was like, what are you talking about, a secret stash? But it is those pendants. So I will chase this up with him tomorrow, and then put everything on it. I'm just quickly looking on the website, but I can't see it on there. So January, February, we got here July, June, March. We haven't got April or May in here. I have to have a look, because we haven't really had any kits on there. So I have to have a look, like if they did it, maybe just not visible on the website. So thank you so much for spending your evening with me. I'll be back next Sunday with our special kit, and we're gonna make a nice necklace with it. There's a couple of different sizes of crystals and pearls in there, and I think it's just gonna look really good. Right, everybody, have a beautiful evening, and I'll see you next Sunday. Bye.